Thunderstorms. Oh boy.
Come on. Get the bugs in. Hot. You're kindly be recorded. Hi, Fiend. Time for some dessert.
Huh?
Time for some dessert.
Oh no, it's 10:30. They're closed.
What?
Johnny Rockets.
I know that. McDonald's has big pies.
Where do you want to go?
Huh?
Where do you want to go?
McDonald's.
Which one?
The one in Kuchow? Right? You know when you're ready.
I'm from.
Huh?
I'm from.
Alexa, record!
Recording traffic stop.
Come fly with me. Come fly. I am ready. It's off the air, you know. Okay. Make sure the Wi-Fi is off, you know? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Want to get a new phone to keep this as a souvenir?
No.
Why? Huh?
No.
Why? What we do with the old phones? Huh?
Something to do with the Apple phone and the Motorola.
Donate them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fly with me. What? Huh? What is it?
What the hell is going on here?
What?
Oh, beer's backing out. I didn't know.
Yeah, because they lived in these houses.
Think?
They do, busy streets. People live here.
Really?
Yeah?
Oh, Blue Moon. said, as soon as it's time to close, they wound everything down.
Yeah. Please don't send me to a motel. You have to pay the ice.
You have to pay for ice?
Yeah. And plus, they don't trust the Wi-Fi there, you know?
It's just like over here.
What?
When I had the prostate surgery.
Yeah, but you stayed overnight there.
Yeah.
And we stayed at home.
Yeah.
You know?
You can do that. You'll get off on Route 83? Yeah.
Welcome to McDonald's.
Welcome to McDonald's. Would you be using your mobile app today?
Yes.
NO57 for John.
10:05. What was it called?
NO57 for John.
Second one though.
Why are you doing that hard for?
I'm not doing it hard.
Get the receipt.
There's nobody there.
She was there.
No, they're doing cleaning.
How you get the black picture on there, you know?
Hmm?
How you get the black picture on there?
What do you mean the black picture?
This one.
What are you talking about?
The black. Dark mode?
No.
What?
I take a picture facing the bed, dark,
Yeah.
and that's what the picture is. And then I take the picture and I use it for the wallpaper.
Yeah.
So that's using less energy because it doesn't have to excite and create all this light.
Yeah, we can always do dark mode, you know?
Yeah, that's how I prefer it.
Hey,
How you doing, Eric?
Good. Dutch Coke Zero, no ice.
Yeah. How's the world treating you?
Better than ever. It's just hot. Very, very hot. So hot. I feel like the hotness just makes you like
It
puts you in a
does.
bad mood.
It does. I worked at Mars Confectionery for a number of years, and when you worked on certain parts of the lines, it was brutally hot.
And
And
that's
thi-
how my brother is in a factory. He works and the heat just kills how hot it is.
What company?
It's Trisurf or TrueSurf.
Manufacturing? Yeah, manufacturing.
I use dark mode, you know, like this. Go scroll down, you know?
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
Even though it says 120.
Thanks a lot, Eric.
It's called Trisurf. It's like they do. It's like plastic lids they make or buckets, and like sometimes they make like these little metal bins. But there, when I tried to work, it was too hot.
That gives me the impression a lot of plastic injection and stuff like that.
That's what it is.
I did that for years too.
Yeah, but the only thing in the long run is it gets into your lungs and causes cancer. That's a bad thing.
Well, yeah. Do they give you masks?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, good night.
Okay. Take care of yourself.
I think
That's a tough thing. Hey, Vince.
how are you? Yeah, see, dark mode is on, see?
Yeah, that's the way I like it.
I like to charge and recharge, you know? It's my Coke.
Here.
Sit down. Sit down. What do you watch when you're home? Bluey?
For a little bit.
What episode are we on? Huh? 1 or 2? Huh?
Might be too.
Yeah, I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, I now with you Lavanda a la Turca. You know?
I'm gonna be the piano. No, you're the bongos.
Bongos, 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 bongos. Oops, I had it. Oh. Will we stay home? Me and Mom? Will we stay home with your Mom?
You and Mom?
Yeah.
For tomorrow?
No, I meant when you go to surgery.
If you want, yeah.
Ask her. You
I'll
know?
have my cell phone charged up. I'll,
Call us when you're ready.
yeah, I'll
To
have
come home?
my Pulsetto.
You know? What's Pulsetto?
It's that thing I keep on my neck that Mom was trying the other day.
Oh, yeah?
It sends a signal up to your brain that you can relax even though you feel pain, to the point where you're not concerned about the pain. You can deal with the pain. The same thing with the sleep. After I do that, you're usually asleep, but I go sit in the recliner and I'm done. I didn't wake up until somebody woke me up this morning.
Sorry. Boom, 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 goes. Boom, 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 goes. Boom, 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 goes. You could be the bonbon goes. We can stay home. That's very fast. I get sandless. Bum. Record?
I haven't seen this before. I learned so much from this builder in Missouri.
How long is it? Let me check. 15 minutes, 13 minutes.
Build show today, Master Builder Jake Bruton. I got some details on framing insulation I bet you've never seen before. from the middle of nowhere, Kansas. Let's get going. All right, Jake. First off, let's talk advanced framing. You've been doing this for a decade or two now.
Hi.
It's pretty normal for you, but the
Hi.
first thing I saw when I came to
Look
the
here.
website, 2x6,
Hi.
24
Look here. Hi.
centers, a lot of advanced framing with headers that are recessed,
What kind of phone is
with
this?
pockets for insulation.
Can you explain to the
Kind of
viewers what
standard
kind of
for you,
phone this
isn't it?
is?
It is, and I don't necessarily like the term advanced.
Can you explain to
frame.
the viewers what kind of phone is that?
This is Samsung S22.
What about mine?
It's about 3 years old.
What about me?
already. Yours is pretty much the same thing. Bought it unlocked. Originally was with AT&T, paying $65 a month for limited coverage, and then I moved over to Google Fi, and that was, I think, came down to 30. Promo was $15 a month per phone line.
Yeah.
So after that offer ran out, we switched to Mint. So right now we're with Mint, which I believe is a sub-seller of phone services from, I think, Verizon, T-Mobile or Verizon.
Yeah, that's something like that.
Yeah, so it's like a Leatherman's tool or a Swiss Army knife. It does everything I need it to do. It's not flashy. It's not the newest thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the most powerful thing, but it does what I need it to do. So I'm gonna probably keep this model until it's not supported by Samsung anymore, and at that point I'll look to get something maybe 2 years older, and by then that one, that'll probably be in 2028. So I'll probably be looking at a 26, unless some outrageously beneficial
Like what?
offer comes
about me, though?
up. But probably for all of us, it depends whether they're unlocked or not.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll probably
We think of it SIM cards with us
Yeah.
and transfer them to our new phones.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully my buddy here will be in a group structure someplace that we can visit him a couple times a week and just enjoy the technology.
Is right framing, like this is the correct
Watch
way we could be
framing.
doing it. I mean, the code has allowed it since the 70s or 80s, somewhere in there, like late 70s.
Yeah.
It's a real simple thing to just go, let's not put more in the wall than what we need to put in the wall. I had a back and forth with someone on YouTube recently on one of my videos, and they were like, well, 16 on center is stronger, period. And I was like, you're right. Sure. 2-inch on center is also stronger, and we don't do that. So the only reason you're stuck with 16 in your head is because that's the way you saw it when you were growing up in the industry.
Yeah, good
right?
point.
We see something, we go, oh, that's how you do it. And then you look at this and you go, oh, well, you're not using as much wood. It must not be as strong. And
Yeah.
all of this is code approved, engineered.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Totally.
And now I'm paying for less lumber, less labor for that lumber, and more insulation in my wall. I'm building a better wall.
For sure.
Also want to point out double top plates,
Yeah.
which I think is really smart. It's not worth going to a single top plate. Now, here's the thing that everyone's thinking, though. They're seeing this wide shot. They're seeing this zip on the ceiling. You hopefully are seeing a little bit of this ductwork that's running into like a recess or
plenum.
a plenum in this. This blows my mind
Yeah.
when I walk in and makes absolute sense
I think-
immediately. I know people watching this are like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. But walk us through what's happening here with this zip ceiling.
Yeah, so when we look at where our mechanicals are going to go,
You mean at the bottom?
we either drop a soffit or create a plenum.
No,
Nothing
you don't
goes
have
through the
the
attic. If we have a
You can put in the
140 degree attic,
freezer.
why would we try to
Fridge.
push 50 degree
Fridge.
air through it and then have it come out still close to 50 degrees at the other end?
Makes no
And
sense.
Don't say
not
insulated
gonna stay
ductwork
here
because
with
that's
me?
an R7 most of the time. And because we have a vented attic here, everything is inside the
They'll have
envelope.
frost.
So our air control
What?
layer on our ceiling is
They'll have
zip.
frost tonight
We like
and bigger bottle tomorrow.
Yeah.
Zip
About
or
11 o'clock.
Yeah.
By the way, I finished the ghee roll.
Yeah.
Hey, Ma!
Mike.
Do we still have rotisserie chicken left?
Yes.
Okay.
Why you ask?
I don't know if you got any plans for sandwiches or just piece it out and throw it in with some ramen noodles. I don't know.
Rex, in this case, Zip was more cost effective because of tariff things. Also, it is a really solid surface there. We're not concerned
What'd
about
she say?
insulation causing it to sag. You know,
Today's prices, it's about $1 a square foot, let's say, for zip system
Yeah.
sheeting. So if you can figure out the floor plan here of this, it's really not that much money in the scheme
Yeah.
of things. And he's got a really good air barrier, but also it's a solid surface
What, Ma? It's lower.
for your, I suspect, very thick
yeah,
and
6,000 pounds of insulation or
to
something.
land
that's
on
going
top
up there.
of.
Yeah. And then it's take the seams like the framers did on the outside. They know exactly what they did outside. It's the same tools. It's the same skill set.
Tell 'em what this
to create
thing
this
is.
plenum was a bit of a challenge. Isaac, the project manager, spent like a full day with the truss manufacturer working out.
He's smart.
We kind of have a pinch
Radio in
point
there too?
where
Yeah.
there's not much
Yeah.
truss above this part of the plenum.
Yeah, like right above our heads.
Yeah.
Because we're transitioning from this flat ceiling, which gets
platform
insulated
to that,
and
to
is
play
traditionally
music,
ventilated
listen to
into an attic
books
space. If
on
the
audio.
camera was up there, you'd see ventilation from the soffits coming up to a ridge vent, right? But then this space here, where the vault is more like what I built in Austin, where I've got a conditioned attic or a hot roof that's often referred
Yeah, we
to.
could put a floor across
Hi,
here that did
Barney.
exactly what you have. at your
Smiling
house
on
with
camera.
basically.
Exactly.
Hi, Barney.
Or very similar.
Yeah.
And so to get from our mechanical room to this end of the house, it has to run through this lower ceiling area instead of ductwork across here like it's commercial space.
Yeah.
And so this pinch point was, here are the things that we need to go in it. So that dictates how the minimum size that we can have with it. But it feeds to everything on this end of the house. We have our ERV, we have plumbing running through there. We didn't bury any plumbing in any supply in the slab.
Yeah.
So if we ever have an issue, we can get to it. Yeah, we might have a drywall repair, but we can get to it instead of taking up concrete. All of our heating and cooling runs go this direction. It all transfers through the plenum. And if you see the plenum going perpendicular to the trusses or at an angle, that means that's an actual cutout in the truss. But when you see
Yes,
one
Bluetooth.
like this that runs parallel
Mic.
with the trusses,
Because these trusses
put
are
a mic
bearing
in
on
here,
these
you know?
outside walls.
Microphone.
It's simply just a
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
a U-shaped
they nailed the
put a
box.
microphone
They,
in here,
they
you know?
nailed OSB on this way or
Yeah.
zip on this way and on this side, and then put a piece
Yeah.
on top of it.
And then you've got this section here that's a pretty
can put a
good
microphone
pop
here,
up,
you know?
I don't know, 2.5 feet, something
Yeah.
like that.
Mic
What's happening
volume,
in that
see?
recess?
This is your explanation. We have a mini split head in the ceiling of the kitchen here that will throw and condition these rooms. We do have return for that end of the house that's going to draw from this room as well. So there'll be turnover and ERV, but this one ductless mini split in the ceiling will take care of all this.
This is probably one of those linear horizontal
I actually
looking
think
ones.
this one's a square,
Oh, okay, there you go.
but I don't know which one it is now that you say that.
There's a bunch of options out
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
And I think it's worth pointing out too, for those of you who don't know or wondering, like, what's up with these weird pipes? They got white pipes in here that look like shop vac tubes. You've got some uninsulated, smooth metal duct, and then he's got some insulated flex duct. Kind of walk us
This
through what the
is-
3 different ones
Yeah,
are.
so the
Are you charging
flexi white
Yeah,
stuff
this is yours.
is,
Leave it there
is
and let
from
it charge.
Zender, and it is our supply and return for Zender. So this is our ERV.
It's your fresh air supply and also your extraction out of the wet, stinky areas, all
Yep.
with these pipes.
Yep. And so
You okay, Barney?
balanced ventilation both sides. It's pulling from the kitchen, the laundry room, the
you?
bathrooms, and it's supplying
How
in
are
the
you?
living areas like this is the dining
okay.
room or the bedrooms and everything.
I use this in my house, and one thing I really liked about it that I don't know that I totally understood when I
This
when I
says,
first ordered the system, it comes
this
in
is
giant
3
rolls
watts.
because it's
1
all home
amp,
run. You
yeah.
run it just like Romex, where this tube
output.
has
1 amp,
one
yeah.
connection here and runs all
Yeah.
the way continuous
Yeah.
to where the machine is, and
It's
then
USB,
later.
though. How do I
Because
use
we
it,
don't
you
know
know?
whether it's a 30-foot run or a 70-foot
You can use it
run,
as a charger.
you can bounce
Why
it
don't you use
later.
it, though?
Yeah, very
There's
good.
adjustment on supply and return.
And then how about the smooth duct?
Yeah, so the smooth duct and the insulated duct are the same thing in different directions. So cooled or heated air is going through the insulated version, and then the return air is not insulated.
Come on, this way we'll explain it a little bit better in this room.
So the ERV does run over to here and then distribute
Tell 'em
from
about
here
the hotel.
because it's easier to get those 6-inch.
Huh?
What?
Tell me about the hotel. Not staying at the hotel.
No, you and her will talk about that.
Which runs through.
And then the insulated flexible duct, that's actually conditioned air typically.
Yep. So that's
Supply air.
supply air.
Yeah.
And here's another kind of
'Cause
off the wall cool thing that our project
I've
manager
read
figured
that
out.
bad
We're staying in
reviews
the
about
laundry.
hotels.
And we have our
Some have cameras in the lamps.
No, then
You know.
units over here, and then there's cabinets across here, and they started talking about drying, and this supply was slated to be up in the ceiling, or return was slated to be up in the ceiling. This guy's pulling like 25 CFM or something like that at all times. He stuck it in the back of the drying rack cabinet so that it'll pull air across that
That's
stuff
really
that's
smart.
sitting there
It's just
drying
the
at
way it
all times.
I love it.
Problem solved. Like you were talking earlier about how a towel heater dries your towel off quicker. I have a feeling their clothes are going to dry quicker, and we get rid of that moisture because hanging these in here will make this room potentially humid if you're hanging a bunch of stuff in here at once. This will pull that
Smart.
right out.
I love it.
Yeah.
Let's finish with insulation levels because I think your strategy here is interesting.
How many minutes is this?
Jake has really taught me that it really makes sense to have our air barrier at the face of the zip. And then this zip R sheathing that he's utilizing gives a really nice thermal break, an R9 in the entire outside of the building. He's got some really good windows. These are European architectural supply. They're probably like R5 or R6 in the end with a really low U factor. 0.15
Closer to
looks like.
R7.5 potentially. Yeah.
Really high R value there. And then up in the attic,
Hakeem.
because you've got the zip above us,
Hakeem.
you can kind of blow in whatever you want. And
Yeah.
that's pretty dang cheap, right?
Yeah. So cheapest insulation we can get basically is either fiberglass or cellulose blown in. Cellulose is a little higher R value per inch, so we're going to dump as much cellulose up there as we can fit.
So probably-
Basically, it's going to be an R60.
Like
Something
2
like that.
feet maybe
Yeah.
of cellulose. R60 up there. And then what will you do in the walls for
The
insulation?
walls will also be blown in cellulose. So
Okay,
blown
so
in
no
place.
cellulose.
Dry, blown in, not wet. So it'll be netted and then blown. So we'll have like a R20 cavity with 9 on the outside.
What time will make you
know,
wake
so
up
it's not
tomorrow?
bad.
And will you do anything special?
Huh?
Like I noticed this one does have. You've got an LVL single header recessed.
So
and you
record
also
it
have a
early in the
pocket
morning,
right
you know?
here.
Yep.
Go.
So that one in
We
particular
record
is
early
big
in the
enough that
morning.
we'll be able to blow.
Yeah,
If we
you
get
can-
to a point where we can't, we'll
Yeah.
stuff them before we
Okay.
get to a
Record
point
early
where
in the
we
Basically
morning.
could dense pack that
Can't do
with
it.
cellulose.
Record
Really
early in the
cheap
morning.
Cellulose insulation.
You
nothing
record.
special.
I don't
Yep.
want to record.
That's
So
a cost-effective
I'm
version.
exhausted
You've
now.
only used the expensive closed cell spray foam just in one little section of the
Yeah.
house. Everything else, in fact, I'm betting you're actually going to net and blow that too,
We
aren't
are.
you?
The underside of that vault will.
In that
it's
vault
it's
area.
flashed with foam now, but it'll get filled with cellulose.
So really, this house is using some slightly more expensive materials where it makes sense, but really your strategy is a very cost-effective strategy from an insulation value standpoint. And you know, you've always made this case for me. We made a vented versus unvented roof video years ago at my house. And you've always made the case that a ventilated roof is a more forgiving roof. Because if I ever get a leak, I can dry out. I don't have this assembly to hook into. So I think it's really smart how you've evolved over the years in your
send that-
strategy. But yet it's really pretty straightforward. The last thing I want to mention though, that I don't
have
know
to
that
get
it was
one of
apparent.
these.
Let's walk back into this other room.
The other thing, real quick, about vented roofs, non-vented, we're low seismic, low wind, low
Yep.
fire risk.
Yep.
We don't have reasons to worry about what gets into that vented cavity.
Right.
Like if we were in, wildfire country, we'd probably do a sealed assembly. If we were in high wind like the coast, we
Just with the
probably
lights.
would look at a sealed assembly. But we have a very mild
But we're
climate.
outside of Kansas City
Yeah.
here. It's pretty mild climate. It's not that
4A,
big a deal.
mixed humid.
Here's another thing though that I think I forgot to mention when we were talking about the ceiling detail. We've got the zip R on the outside, which
Yeah.
is your air barrier, water barrier.
Second Barney.
And then you've got the
Hi,
zip
Barney.
on the ceiling here, which transfers that. But what's this white strip we're seeing on the edge of the whole building?
So if you pay close attention to past videos, it's basically the same thing. That Sega Myrex goes over the top plate and then tapes to the face of the zip.
It
So
is
that's our
installed prior to
transition
trusses.
piece. Yeah. And
Barney.
so the My Vest is a good product for there because it doesn't tear as easy
Greetings,
as the
all you
Myrex.
guys.
But the Myrex, you can see your
Gals.
layout lines through.
That's
So
nice.
just being gentle and not dragging the trusses across it means it's going to still be there.
Have you used other materials
takes,
besides Sega for that before?
We've used Advantech before, and then you have to fur down the ceiling in here 3/4 an inch. The Sega Myrex and My Vest are both nominal.
walk outside
They
tomorrow?
don't affect the framing details and everything in there. You know,
I'd like to,
Super
but like I
impressive.
said, the
I
first
can't
thing I gotta
imagine
do
you
is
don't know
take
Jake
the...
Burton, but if for
'Cause I'm
whatever
gonna
reason
quit
this is
you
your
outside.
first time
Seat
seeing
on
this
my
guy,
Yeah.
second generation
Then I might as
builder,
well bring the
incredibly
vacuum
smart.
out.
He's at least a
Yeah.
decade smarter than his age belies. He's really 31, but he's as smart as a 42-year-old. Go see more of him on thebuildshow.com and come see Jake and I both at Build Show Live. That's our conference in September. He's been teaching for years. I've learned so much from him. I remember when I first read an article from him in the Journal of Construction years ago, and I thought, this guy's really, really smart. He does a lot of projects with our buddy Steve Basic. So he's got a ton of great content on thebuildshow.com. But both of us are teaching at Build Show Live. And by the time you watch this, tickets are available now. So go over to buildshowlive.com for tickets. That being said, guys, follow us on Instagram or Facebook. Otherwise, we'll see you next time on The Build Show.
In our that fire resistant roof sheet. Ella in Iowa. Windows. I did on my summer vacation, 9 minutes.
It is a Friday, obviously. Got two things to talk to you about. First of which is I did a Late to Rema video not so long ago where I talked about my friend Marku and his friend Gilbert driving a New Yorker across America, starting in Michigan and going all the way to Santa Monica and then up to Monterey for Car Week, where the car has been invited to be in the Quail. And I have to tell you, during that video, I jinxed them.
What happened?
And I mentioned in the description of the video that I'd done that, but I want to make it very, very clear here that during the video, I asked them what kind of transmission the car had in it, guessing it had a Torque Flight. Torque Flight, of course, is a well-known Chrysler transmission from that era.
It
I
blew
said,
up.
oh, those things are bulletproof. And I was watching them on their trip because they left on their trip before my video went up, but after I'd shot it. And they posted quite early in their trip that they had stopped at a transmission shop to repair the transmission. Because the one thing I had declared bulletproof in that car
Was it transmission?
wasn't so bulletproof. So there you go. I sent Marco a note. I said, hey, Marco, did I jinx you? And he goes, that's all we've been talking about. So I'm sorry. I after I said it, I thought, what are the odds? What are the odds? But
It's Unicorn.
here we are, as I like to say.
Oh, yeah.
Second of all, I went up north not so
Yellow
long
and
ago
red.
No.
because I was contacted
Doesn't have
by
horn.
a production company
Huh?
Does it have
that
horn?
makes a television
See, look.
show
I said it's
series
just cousin.
in
It's
Poland
not a
that is
unicorn.
broadcast on
but
TV
does it have-
nationally.
But does it have
in Poland.
horn though?
And they said, hey, we want to come
That's
to
supposed to have
America and shoot a
horn.
video about the Italian hull disaster. And we understand you know a little bit about that because you wrote a book. In fact, I did write a book called God's Door. And I said, yes, I'd love to talk to you guys about that. They said, okay, well, we're going to be up there. And they gave me a time frame. I said, okay, I'll be up there then too. So we coordinated these things. And before I went up there, I did actually look up videos posted by the host on YouTube. And so that guy is really good. But the shows were all in Polish. I thought to myself, I hope they're going to interview me in English. But you never know. But I watched some of the shows, and they're very, very well-produced shows. So I thought, okay. But the program for which I was interviewed is not something that's on YouTube. So I wasn't quite sure what to expect. So I go there, supposed to meet at 2 o'clock at the site of the Italian Hall. There's a little park there now. And I'm there, and all of a sudden I see a couple cars pull up, some guys get out. And I recognize one of them as the host of the show. His name is Marcin Prokop. Marcin Prokop. And I get out of my car and I go walking towards him, and I realize, oh, he's substantially taller than I am. Now, IMDb lists his height as 6'9". I asked him how tall he was. He said 6'7". I believe him because he's substantially taller than me, and I didn't want to argue with him and say, hey, IMDb said 6'9", but anyways, we moved on. We went over, we talked. We spent a couple hours talking about the Italian Hall, both there and at the cemetery. But he had a full film crew, a sound guy. He had a drone. I counted, I think, 3 or 4 cameras. It was very, very well done. And it turns out this guy, more than most people I've been interviewed by, had done his homework. And he knew the material extremely well. And he interviewed me in English, thank you, and a language I can speak.
Barely.
to varying degrees of quality. And he had some very, very insightful questions. And I was impressed. So during the break, I said, are we going to go and film at the cemetery? And he goes, well, we already have filmed at the cemetery, but if you'd like to, we can go over there and talk some more. And I said, great. And I said, now I'm thinking to myself, how well does this guy know the story? I said, did you film on both sides? And he said, of course. Because you see, they buried the Catholics on one side and the Protestants on the other side. And he knew that, of course he knew that. I said, okay, what else did you film out there? And he goes, a bunch of other stuff. I go, did you find Jim McNaughton's grave? And he said, yes, we filmed it. I go, really? And he goes, yeah, he was the guy in charge of the mines, which he ran Calumet and Heckle Mine, but he was the face of mine management during the strike. He's the one who opposed the union the most. And I've always thought it was rather ironic that he's buried in the same cemetery as all the Italian Hall disaster victims, just about 100 yards away, in the rich portion of the cemetery. I said, you filmed that? He goes, yeah. Why? I said, oh, no. Curious. So, had a great time talking to him and doing the interviews and so on. But one thing that I let them down on is that they had asked me, do you know anybody who is related to a victim or somebody who's there that you could hook us up with for an interview? And I said, actually, no, I don't. I interviewed a survivor a long time ago, but she's passed away since. She was quite old when I interviewed her. And I know there were a couple other people who were there who passed away since also, that, since I wrote my book. And I've met some, but I don't have their contact information. He said, okay. So we're out at the cemetery, we're filming, standing by a row of graves of victims of the Italian Hall disaster. And when we're done with the section we're doing, he turns and goes, oh, hang on a second, here comes somebody. And he had joked with me earlier that quite often when he's filming, people will wander up and either, hey, what are you guys doing? Or he said occasionally, people say, hey, I don't like you doing it, stop filming. So he goes, and you never know what to expect. Guy comes walking up and Marcin goes, hey, how's it going? Guy goes, good, what are you doing? And Marcin goes, well, we're shooting a documentary about the Italian Hall disaster. I'm over here because of some victims of the Italian Hall. And the man goes, I know. And he points at one of the graves. He goes, that right there is my father's cousin. I believe it was his father's cousin, but a relation to his father. And Marcin goes, really? And the guy goes, yeah, why? Marcin goes, we were hoping to meet somebody related to somebody who was there. Would you like to be on camera? He goes, sure. So
To be in camera.
the one thing he hadn't gotten just fell into place. And so I believe we mic'd him up, asked him some questions on camera. He answered the questions on camera, and he too will be part of a documentary broadcast nationally on Polish television early next year. So the one funny thing is that I've been asked,
Basically,
Steve, will you speak to
it's my
anybody?
SIM card tray.
I go, pretty much, yeah.
It's silver.
Pretty much. And
Yeah.
what are the odds that this documentary will ever be shown anywhere where people will know who I am, or that it'll somehow redound to my benefit? I don't know, but I think it's such an important
sticking with
story to tell
Samsung,
the disaster. that
I'm sticking with
I'll do anything
Samsung.
I can to
With
promote
Right
its
now you are.
knowledge.
When we
to keep
do
people
phones,
aware
trade
of it.
phones in,
And I
you
don't
know?
care where they are.
I don't know what's
Just keep that memory alive. But
What they got? The
Mark,
S27
you can
now.
tell me that
I'm
the
not buying any new
show,
phones
although it
first.
will air nationally
To
in
when?
Poland,
Next
will
year?
be available, he thinks, on
2048.
HBO. But also,
How
he
about
said
for my
that he'll
40th
get me a
birthday?
link to it so that I can watch it somewhere down the
So
road.
I'm gonna be 40
now,
next
I will
year.
do what I can
Right?
to get it available to
Yeah,
my
I'm gonna
audience
be,
also. But I don't know if I can
74
do that
next
because I
year.
don't know how television
I'm gonna be
broadcast
40
rights
next
in
year, you know?
Poland work.
Huh?
I'll be 40 next year, you know?
Especially because I probably need to speak Polish to do
74
that.
next year.
But
Yeah. Well, I'll be
I
40.
did look up some other
I'll be
work by
74.
him,
I get a new phone.
and among other
No.
things,
Yeah.
he is currently a judge on Poland's
Yeah.
Got Talent. He was originally the announcer and MC, but they promoted him to judge. And he's also been in a few other things that are listed on IMDb, Internet Movie Database. And that's where I found out that they list his height as 6'9". But like I said, he told me 6'7". But I digress. The point is that he's done a lot of good stuff. I have faith that this documentary will be good, and I enjoyed making it. And I also enjoyed meeting this lovely crew of guys from Poland shooting documentaries in America. And I say plural documentaries because they had just come from the state of Washington, where they'd shot one documentary. They're getting ready to move to Mackinac Island to shoot another. And he said they actually had a few other things lined up before they went back to Poland. So there you go. That's what I did on one of my summer vacations. And I've got another Lato-Rama video coming up that I shot the next day for myself. That'll be up in just a couple of days. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you for watching Lato's Law. Money doesn't grow on trees, but the leaves can.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all out. Who saw that video? Did you Cornstar? You?
Yeah, I wonder what's going on.
Yeah. I haven't seen nothing from.
I know they're.
I haven't seen nothing from Did you Cornstar or. Let's see, who was the other guy? Cole, 13 days ago, see?
With the kids, though.
Yeah. Probably busy taking care of the kids.
Yeah.
Well, let me stop the video.